Hello there you guys, welcome to another of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more latest news. I've got some fantastic news to update you guys on this current video now that the current Newcastle game tomorrow at Old Trafford, 5:30 kickoff, that is good fantastic news that Pogba, Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Marcus Rojo are now back into action, and they're going to be featuring in the squad for the Newcastle game tomorrow. So reportedly now Mourinho has also confirmed this, that Zlatan, Pogba and Marcus Rojo are available for the game against Newcastle tomorrow. So this is fantastic news, because we know Marcus Rojo and Ibrahimovic, they've been out with long-term injuries, and it has confirmed that Marcus Rojo has been playing for the under-23s. And so yeah, very good news indeed. And about Zlatan Ibrahimovic, he's been out since April, with a serious injury. He's now recovered fantastically well, and it is ahead of schedule, because we did expect him Irahamovic to be out at least till the end of the year, and his career was under threat as well, due to the injury that he suffered at that time. But he scored 28 goals for his last season, which was fantastic. And I think Zlatan and Ibrahimovic can be a fantastic partnership up front. I think Lukaku and Ibrahimovic can be a fantastic partnership up front. And also good news to update you with that Paul Pogba is going to be back as well, which is good news, because he's been out for way over a month now as Paul Pogba, and you can tell the difference in our midfield, without Paul Pogba, how effective it is in our midfield. So our most creative, essential midfielder now is back. Our midfielder now is back into action, which is fantastic news. They are back now. Ibrahimovic 28 goals last season, scored in the final in the FL Cup last season as well, and he did sign a further 1-year extension with Manchester United. That was confirmed back in August as well in the current process. But now it's good to see that we've had injury problems, in the last couple of seasons. We had it last season, we've got it. We've had a few this season as well, and Pogba was actually injured last season, and then we know he got injured this season as well. So hopefully Manchester United now can step up with the performances, because we know the performances haven't been the same since the Liverpool game, as we are all aware. But yeah, that's a fantastic update, and it should be an easy win for Manchester United tomorrow. As I said, because his record at Old Trafford this season's been fantastic, 100% record, 5 wins out of 5 at home in the league, 15 goals scored, none conceded. So you should say this is going to be an easy win. So also to update you with them, we know the transfer, because obviously we know Mourinho's still looking to reinvest into the team. He's still looking to get quite a few players, because the board have said he needs to sell before he can buy. And we know David Luiz is the latest name to be currently mentioned, because it has basically confirmed about where because it recently has confirmed in the last couple of days in the presses about David Luiz, can play centre-back, can also operate as a defensive midfielder as well, can David Luiz, in the current process. And reported in the press, it come out yesterday that reportedly he was linked with a move to Manchester United. Did say Man United could make a move for him in January after reportedly David Luiz had a fallout with Conte, because David Luiz was dismissed for Chelsea, against us just before the international break, and he's had a fallout with Conte. And reportedly, it did say David Luiz is actually reportedly considering joining Manchester United. Is David Luiz, and we know David Luiz is a very good player, strong, hard working, his physical strength's good, he's got fantastic technique as David Luiz in the current process. So he's the latest player to be linked with a move to Old Trafford. And he did say he may consider it, David Luiz, but he can score goals as well for Chelsea. He's made 100 in the Premier League. He's made 122 appearances. He's scored 8 goals as well. David Luiz, he made his international debut in 2010. He was part of the squad for Brazil. Also won the 2013 Confederations Cup, and also earned over 50 odd caps. And also with Brazil in the FIFA World Cup in 2014, reached the semi-finals as well. But David Luiz is a very good player, as I said, in the current process. And we know David Luiz, he spent about 3 or 4 years with Benfica, so he's been in Portugal before as David Luiz, and then he went to the likes of Chelsea for like 3 years as well. Chelsea won the UEFA Champions League with Chelsea, won the Europa League with them, and the FA Cup as well. And then actually Paris Saint-Germain had purchased him in 2014, and Paris Saint-Germain had paid £50 million, the most transfer fee for the defender at that moment in time. And then he's been at Paris Saint-Germain a couple of years, and he won quite a few ones with Paris Saint-Germain as well, so he's had experience of playing in France as well. And then Chelsea had repurchased him back for about £35 million or something like that. But even if I think Chelsea may be willing to sell him if David Luiz does actually want to leave, but Chelsea may recommend that they want around about the £34 million that they basically purchased him from PSG back in 2016 as well. David Luiz in the current process, but I think he can, do well at Manchester United. As I said, if he was to come to United, and Mourinho's had quite a few targets on his agenda. You know, Mourinho missed out on quite a few targets back in August as well. So yeah. But also to update you with, as we all know, we could still see a few players leave, as I said, in the process in the mid, and that's good news to hear that Pogba's coming back, Rojo and Zlatan Ibrahimovic as well. You know, they have been fully missed as well. But we know that basically, you know, that Jose Mourinho has been mainly going with Matic and Pogba in the midfield this season, obviously before Pogba got injured. And you know, Fellaini's made a fantastic impact in the midfield, obviously before he got injured as well. He's just recovered from injury as well because he come on late in the Chelsea game. And we know also to confirm in this Newcastle game, I think that Phil Jones is going to be missing this game, you know, due to that he limped off during the international break, you know, with England's clash against Germany in that 0-0 game. Phil Jones limped off, so he did say in the presser he was in doubt as well. But I do consider that Fellaini will be starting the game tomorrow against Newcastle. With Marian Fellaini, though, as I said, you know, reportedly he turned down an offer of a new contract, and we offered him a new contract of £120,000 a week. Reportedly Fellaini had turned this currently down, because we know this is his 5th season of process at Old Trafford. He's made over 2 century appearances now in the Premier League. Jose Mourinho is still keen on keeping the player, but we could lose him on a free transfer next summer, because in the process, it did say still on negotiations are going on about Man United in the process trying to secure Marian Fellaini a new deal. But reportedly Fellaini has turned this new deal down as Marian Fellaini, and reportedly, you know, Jose Mourinho is still keen on keeping the player. As we all know in the process, because obviously Jose Mourinho had blocked his move to Galatasaray. Jose Mourinho had blocked his move to Galatasaray, and it's also said Besiktas are interested in him as well. But it did say Man United are not willing to cash in for Fellaini in January as well, because Jose Mourinho's a big admirer of the player, and he has made a big impact this season. I think this is his best season in the Manchester United shirts. He's marrying Fellaini as well in the current process. So yeah, we will see what happens. And Jose Mourinho has a fantastic relationship with Marian Fellaini, as we all know. But I do think he will be starting tomorrow as well in the current process. I think he scored 4 goals this season as Marian Fellaini. Did play well in the Europa League last season as well. Also played well against Celta Vigo. So he can have his good games, can Marian Fellaini, and he's looked good alongside Matic and that, and also Ander Irahamovic, you know, has been featuring a bit more, you know, due to the injuries that we've had. But Ander Irahamovic could start over Fellaini tomorrow. I could be wrong, but yeah, so Ander Irahamovic could feature tomorrow over Fellaini. I don't know, I'd love to see Irahamovic, you know, start over Fellaini, even though he hasn't played that well for us this season. I'd like to see Irahamovic get a bit more game time under his belt, but we'll see what happens. And hopefully Lukaku can score for us tomorrow, because he's gone 7 games now without scoring for Manchester United, so hopefully he can get his goal scoring form back as well in the process, can Romelu Lukaku. So big breaking news is now about Paul Pogba, Rojo and Zlatan Ibrahimovic are all going to be available against Newcastle, which is very good news as well. So we need to start getting wins together now. You know, losing to Huddersfield were bad, losing to Chelsea were bad, but now we've got to start stringing some wins together, you know, like we did early on in the season. So we will see what happens. But yeah, good news, we've got players that have now recovered from injury. So anyway, that's everything to update for today. Enjoy your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribing as always. Take it easy, guys. See you all later. Take care. Bye.